Okay, you can see nobody walking around. Okay, nobody's driving. Okay, no movement. Okay, now we're gonna go take a walk. Watch what happens. Even though I've already put a million videos up, I'm not trying not to say too much. $2:31. See how that window over there is always open? The blinds are always open. See that? Look at that. What'd I just say? No movement whatsoever. See that? As soon as I come out the door. See that? Oh, there just happens to be someone sitting there. See that? So these people think it's okay to harass a United States citizen that served the country. You saw there was, yeah, see how they roll off? Yeah, exactly. And even though I have my arms and my legs, my body hurt, I have other medical conditions that, per the VA, their final decision was September 11th of last year. Per the VA, I am considered unemployable. See, look. You notice? What did I say? No movement. Look how many cars are out here. No movement. Now, look at all these people. 1, 2, 3. All of a sudden. As soon as I exit. Okay? So these people, yep. WAE 3538, look like. Mississippi plate. As soon as I exit, here comes somebody immediately. And wouldn't you know it, they work for the church. Okay? 2:30 in the afternoon. So we're going to walk that way. So the point I want to make is this complex here and the neighboring complex there and the neighborhood back there and that church right there. See, look, here comes somebody out of nowhere. Okay, they were parked back there earlier. These people find it acceptable to consistently and continually and purposely conduct what they would either call either a surveillance, a neighborhood watch, or that they're just going about their business. But you know that's not what's happening. See, look, that car that was just parked right here sitting went all the way to the back there and now is coming out. For what reason? So they aren't helping the people with the trailer. You see what I'm saying? Look at them stopping. Okay? So that is, just my complex alone is 173 units. Okay? See him doing all this pointing bullshit? That's part of the program. So you notice, you saw that, right? As soon as I shut my door and locked it. Yeah, look at him pretending to need directions. I mean, maybe. But pretty convenient. Pretty convenient, right? And you saw that truck go by. It's almost like they sit out there and wait for me. Stalking ass motherfuckers. WAC 2187, Mississippi. I mean, isn't it strange when I walked my dog 4 hours ago, someone was pulling into this very spot, and now 4.5 hours later, someone right in front of me, you saw that. And they're doing it under the guise of actual work. Notice how he made himself scarce? So the church and all the neighbors back here on the county road, they all find it acceptable to continuously harass a disabled veteran. Now, I hate saying shit like that because it makes you sound like a pansy. But that is the fact of the matter. That is the fact of the matter. So we'll just keep it short and sweet. But you saw that right there. Just someone just sitting out there. Magically, as soon as I shut the door and turn, here comes a truck. Just like when I was walking earlier. Same spot, different vehicle. Here they come, right? They do it in shifts. And if you're not aware of... If things were normal, it'd be a lot harder to prove, because people would be going to and from actual jobs, and people would be going to and from school. But because it was happening in June and July and August, in several, like I've said before, in several different states when people weren't going to school. Hell, I was going to school in California, and they stopped that in, what was it? Early in the year, early 2020. So anyway, it's very deniable if life were going on at a normal rate, but since they clamped down on everything and everyone at the beginning of the year, when there's absolutely no movement and no traffic on the 210 or the I-10. See, look, here comes somebody. Hear him revving? Oh, looky who. See, same guy all the fucking time. Same guy all the time. Hear him revving on me? So get a good look at his dumb ass. They don't wave at me, motherfucker. See, isn't that something? Yeah, he lives back here. That's true. But isn't it strange how every time I exit my house, here comes somebody, or when I go to the back of their neighborhood, oh, this house too, and that guy right there, they just gotta pull out. They gotta show up. So anyway, when there's no traffic, when everything's shut down, schools are shut down, restaurants are shut down, and they're telling people to stay inside, and when you go for a drive, I'd say what, 20 miles from the western portion of San Bernardino County to 20 miles inland, and it's flooded with cars and people brake checking you on purpose at 70 miles an hour with their kids. Okay, see, look, oh look, there he is again, same car. Wasn't he just giving directions? Isn't that something? Glad I didn't stop recording. So that's what makes this program so noticeable, that you're being stalked by members of the church and members of the neighborhood since June 3rd. I don't know any of these people. I know some of them now. I know their vehicles, and I can tell when they're bullshitting. Isn't that strange? You saw. Isn't it strange? WA13163. That's a pretty license plate. But you saw, as soon as I step out, that type of shit has happened every day, 3 to 5 times a day, whenever I leave. Whew, someone right in front of the breezeway. Usually the same 2 or 3 people. This one's new. But I'd be damned if they weren't just sitting there waiting for me to come out. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. But hey, that'd be crazy, right? So you can't hide a program like this when the country's basically in lockdown. Sorry about the wind. And you still got this, look, same spot he was sitting in when I came out. And then he went all the way back there. And then he came back and he got directions. You saw him, dude in the blue shirt and the black truck we just passed. You saw him pointing and telling him. And here he is again. So, I don't know. That's what I see. I'm pretty damn sure after 2 years straight of this shit. And we're off our schedule today. So I already got his plate. But isn't that weird? He's sitting in the exact same spot he was sitting in when we came out. And then he went way back there to the cul-de-sac. And then he came back and it looked like that guy was giving him directions, didn't it? Oh look, here comes somebody else. See? And it's all, Canon's a big offender. Whoever these people are contracted through, they love to get their cars through Canon. Love it. They love it. See? They're just sitting out here stalking you. They ain't doing nothing. Ain't doing nothing. Ain't doing surveillance. Ain't doing nothing for the Lord. Ain't doing the Lord's work. That's for damn sure. But they'll break into your house for a second. You know? They'll break into your house in a second just to move something. Isn't that strange? I mean, didn't you just see him drive off and go back and make a U-turn and get instructions from that gentleman in the black truck? I know I'm not the only one that saw that. And now here he is in the exact same spot. It's amazing how many people pretend to be lost back here when I come out to walk the dog. I showed you. No one was moving out here. No one was moving out here. Hey. I showed you. See, he's sitting in the exact same spot now. Doing the exact same thing. Nothing. So, we'll just record it. So, like I said, this neighborhood, this church, see, look, they just pop out. See that? I could probably not, I probably don't even have to leave the fucking backyard to get this shit on camera. You saw there was no movement. As soon as I opened that door, here came a truck, this guy's sitting there, someone else moved. When I got back there, here comes the gold truck that is always pulling his nonsense. And he'll do that, before I made a report on him, he would do that 3 or 4 times a day and night. And we'll have people just sit, you know, I got video too, people just sit in that driveway over there while we walk over there on the grass. They'll just sit there, and then if you start to approach them, they'll drive off, just like this guy did when we came out. Okay? And they'll say something stupid like, you know, they'll compliment you, the dog, or they'll compliment, you know, the weather, or hi, but they're bullshitting, they're fake as fuck. Because those same people will veer towards you on the frontage road and out here. Okay? They will veer to members of the church now. Members of the church will veer towards you on purpose with the sun at their back. Members of the church will veer towards you while you walk. And members of this community. The town as a whole. Okay? I don't have a criminal record here. I don't know anybody out here other than the people that I've been living around for the last 90 days. Okay? So there's no reason. These people do it too. See? Just sitting there. He ain't doing nothing. This is what they do. This is what they do. He ain't lost. He wasn't lost before, and he ain't lost now. Wasn't that guy in the black truck, wasn't he pointing all kinds of different directions for him to leave after he drove back to the cul-de-sac? We got that on recording too. So, this is what happens every time I leave the house. No matter what I'm doing. No matter what I'm doing, I can make a video every time I walk the dog, every time I leave for the store and back. I can make a video every time I leave the house about 3 to 5 times a day. For no more than a half hour, 40 minutes. And this is the type of shit that happens. Look, wasn't he sitting there when we came out? Right? I'm going to say it again. Wasn't he sitting there when we came out? And then he drove all the way to the back of the cul-de-sac and came back. And didn't that guy in the black truck give him directions? You saw him pointing, right? And he left. And then here he comes back up the street again. He ain't reading no map.